She will never say it out loud, not once, not even close. But her body is screaming it. Through 4 specific body parts she doesn't even know she's exposing. And most guys, they've watched this happen right in front of their face and missed it every single time. No cap. This is the most honest thing I've ever said on this channel. I'm a woman. And I'm about to break the code that women don't even fully understand about themselves. These aren't flirting signals. They don't look like attraction. That's exactly why they're dangerous. They're not coming from her mind. They're coming from somewhere deeper. Her nervous system, her biology, the part of her that doesn't care about her wedding ring. 4 body parts, 1 sequence. And by the end of this video, you will never read a room the same way again. Stay locked in. Because body part 3, that's the one where she stops being unconscious and starts choosing. And trust me, that shift changes everything. Let's start with the one hiding in plain sight. Body part 1, the neck. You think she's just playing with her hair. She's not. She is literally exposing the most vulnerable part of her entire body. And she has zero idea she's doing it. Here's the science nobody talks about. Her limbic system, the part of the brain that bypasses logic, bypasses loyalty, bypasses vows, fires a signal when desire activates. And that signal? It tilts her head, exposes her throat, toward one specific person. It looks like this. Head tilting to one side mid-conversation, fingers grazing her own neck while she's talking, pulling her hair to one side. When it didn't need to move, adjusting a necklace that was already fine. That's not a habit. That's a confession dressed up as a gesture. And here's the part that hit me personally, hard. I remember one night, mid-laugh in a crowded room, I caught myself, head tilted, fingers resting right on my throat. And I froze. Not because I did something wrong, because I realized I hadn't done that around my husband in 3 years. 3 years, and here I was doing it instinctively, for a man I'd known maybe 20 minutes. My body had already decided. I was just the last one to find out. So next time you're in a room, don't watch her eyes. Don't watch her smile. Watch her neck. Watch who she tilts toward. That tilt will tell you everything her words never will. But the neck is still safe territory, still above the line. The next signal? She's already crossed it. She just doesn't realize it yet. Body part 2, the wrists. I know. Sounds low-key irrelevant, right? That's exactly why it hits different. Here's what happens in long-term marriages that nobody talks about. A woman's body language slowly closes. Arms cross at dinner. Drinks get held with both hands. Wrists turn inward. Palms face down. She's not being cold. She's just stopped broadcasting. It happens so slow, neither person even notices. But the second desire reactivates for someone new. Her body unlocks, and the wrists, they open first. Why? Because the inner wrist is a pulse point. Thin skin, sensitive. Her ventral vagal response, the nervous system pathway that only fires around genuine safety or desire, physically rotates those wrists open. She's not choosing vulnerability. Her biology is choosing it for her. Real story. Dinner party. 6 people at the table. Halfway through the night, I look down. Both wrists facing up. Open. Exposed. Toward the man sitting across from me. Then I look at how I was sitting next to my husband. Arms folded, drink held tight with both hands. My body had been honest way before I was. Here's your test. Watch how she holds her drink around different men. Grip tight with both hands, closed off, held loose, wrist visible, forearm turned up, open. The drink tells you what her smile is hiding. Those first 2 signals, almost impossible to catch. She might never even notice herself doing them. But body part 3, this is where her conscious mind gets involved. And that's what makes it 10 times more intense. Yo, real quick, if these first 2 signals just completely rewired how you read people, and I know they did, hit that subscribe button right now, because body part 3, the surrender line, is where she stops being unconscious and starts making choices. You do not want to miss this. Body part 3, the collarbone, the surrender line. This one, I almost didn't include it, because this one is personal. The first two signals happened without her awareness, her body confessing behind her back. This one is different. This is the moment she catches herself and doesn't stop. That decision is the signal. The collarbone sits at the exact psychological border between public territory and private territory on a woman's body. Above it, her face, her neck. That's social. Below it, everything shifts. When she adjusts her neckline, pulls her top slightly wider, angles herself just enough, she's not fixing her clothes. She's opening a door. And she's watching, very carefully, to see if you walk through it. Most guys see a woman fixing her outfit. They completely miss the negotiation happening underneath. Work event, crowded room. I felt my hand move to my neckline. Not to fix anything, to widen it. For one specific pair of eyes. And the internal dialogue hit immediately. Stop, you're married, this is obvious. And then the other voice, quieter, lower. From somewhere I don't fully control. Don't stop. I didn't stop. That was the moment I knew my body had already crossed a line my feet hadn't moved toward yet. The shame came later. In that moment, there was no shame, just certainty. If it only happens around one specific man, you already know exactly what it means. But everything up to now could still be explained away. Biology, innocent habit, coincidence. Body part 4? There is no explanation. When she shows you this one, her body has already left her marriage, even if her feet haven't moved an inch. Body part 4, the lower back, the gone signal. Every other signal was her body talking. This one? This is her making a decision and dressing it up as an accident. Here's the truth about long-term relationships. The lower back disappears, gets covered, ignored. Goes from something intimate to something just utilitarian. No thought, no intention. It just vanishes. So when it suddenly reappears, a shirt that rides up just slightly, a stretch that exposes the small of her back, turning sideways to create a silhouette she knows you'll notice. She's showing something she hasn't shown anyone in years. That is not unconscious. That is deliberate, disguised as coincidence. Here's the difference between signal 3 and signal 4. The collarbone? She negotiated with herself. The lower back? She already decided. The display is the aftermath of a decision she made before she even walked in the room. I knew he'd be at the event. I stood in front of my closet for 15 minutes. Something I hadn't done for my husband in 5 years. I chose the top that showed my lower back when I raised my arms. I didn't admit to myself why. I just chose it. At the event, I didn't face him. I stood beside him so he could see. I positioned my body, angled it, created the sight line. My ring was on my finger the entire time. My body was already somewhere my vows had nothing to do with. That wasn't instinct. That was a decision dressed up as coincidence, made in under 10 seconds. The guy who reads that? He doesn't need to be told anything. He already knows. Here's what you need to lock in. These signals don't appear randomly. They follow a sequence, and the sequence is the confession. Neck first, fully unconscious. Her body testing waters her mind doesn't even know exist yet. Wrists, still unconscious, but her nervous system is fully locked in. Collarbone, semi-conscious. The negotiation. She's watching herself and choosing not to stop. Lower back, deliberate. Done. One signal? Curiosity. 2. Active interest. 3. Her body is fully involved. All 4 in one night directed at one man? She's crossed a line internally. She hasn't said a word out loud. Research on nonverbal attraction confirms it. 3 or more body exposure signals directed at a single individual correspond to active desire, not friendliness, not politeness, desire. But here's what separates the man she thinks about for months from the man she forgets by next week. These signals reveal desire, not permission, not an invitation. The man who reads this and immediately pounces, she regrets him. The man who reads this and simply becomes more present, more composed, more aware. He's the one who lives in her head for months, not the one who acted. The one who saw. 4 body parts. 4 confessions her body made without asking her permission. The invitation display. Her neck tilting towards someone her conscious mind hasn't chosen yet. The exposure signal. Her wrists unlocking for someone her marriage closed them to. The surrender line. Her collarbone. Territory she watches herself reveal and chooses not to stop. The gone signal. Her lower back, displayed deliberately for a man she chose before she admitted it to herself. This isn't about unfaithfulness. Desire is a biological force. It doesn't check for rings. It runs beneath loyalty, beneath language, beneath everything she consciously believes about herself. The men women can't stop thinking about? They're not the ones who made a move. They're the ones who noticed, who saw what her body was confessing before she confessed it herself. Drop in the comments. Which one of these signals have you noticed before? Be real. I want to know. And if this just completely changed how you understand female psychology, subscribe right now, because the stuff I'm dropping on this channel, this is the level of insight that changes how women actually experience you, not just how they see you. She's not looking for someone to replace her husband. She's looking for someone who makes her body remember what it forgot. And now, you know exactly what to look for.